My name is Mary Teya, and I'm from Fort McPherson. I was born out on a land, and I lived most of my life out on a land. I remember them days when people used to travel mostly by dog team, and so a lot of times they had to go from their camps out on the land or from McPherson, and they would go out into the mountains down by Rat River or else up Stony or Gwich'in Creek. They would go through those rivers to go to the mountains. When they finally come upon caribou tracks and they come and find out where the caribou is, the men would usually get together and they have kind of a meeting, like they meet and they talk about where the caribou is and when they're gonna go hunting and how they're gonna go and round up the caribou, that kind of thing. And so they talk about all that. They plan it out well, they organize their hunt, and then they go. And they know how to do it. If the caribou comes close to a certain person and they shoot their leader, and then they start running around and people would be right around them, and so they know when to shoot. Each person knows when to shoot. That's how they were able to get their caribou. So there was a real organizing on their part, and then they would start hauling it back home by dog teams. A big part of people's lives out on the land, people have to work together, they have to work together. Because sometimes if they don't work together, they can make a mistake and they can chase the caribou away rather than getting them. So it was a big part of the people's lives out there. They came together and they worked together, Just automatically somebody becomes a leader kind of thing. And then they would make sure that, they organize their hunts and whatnot. Fall time is when most of our people would go hunting. Around October is when caribou is rutting. So a lot of people, they don't really kill bull caribou. And so that's another thing that our people watch for, because they don't taste good and it's just not edible kind of thing. And so that is the reason why they watch that they don't kill caribou. A lot of different laws that our people have about hunting and trapping and fishing, anything and everything they did, there was always laws that you had to abide by. So men when they're out there hunting, they always, no matter how many caribou they kill, how much caribou they kill, they come back, you never see blood on them. A lot of them, you never see blood on them. And a lot of them too, they really took care of their hunting gear. Their guns, their axes, and everything that they use when they're hunting out there. And they abide by those. They really took care of that. They really respected it and they took care of that. And the same with women too. Women too, they had different things that they really respect, a lot of respect, and like you don't walk over meat. So they took care of everything. The legs, they skinned them, and they took all the tendons, dried them, took all the marrow out, pound the bones for grease. They just took care of everything. They used everything. When they had grease like that, even that, you had to take care of it because you dare not let fly get around it, and you had to keep it in the coldest place you can find. They really need to do that, There's going to be times when it's going to be hard, and knowing those laws and the tradition and culture and everything like that is going to help them. And if they don't know it, they're going to be stuck, you know. So it's really important for them to know their way of life. They need to know their customs. They need to know their everything, their tradition. They respected caribou so much that, and other food, not only caribou but other food. When they saw the signs of caribou tracks, they were happy, like they already had caribou. Me, like right now, we used to live out on a land all the time. We go out in September and we stay out there, and all the different things we do, the traditional way of preparing food and you know, snaring rabbits and hooking for losh and all this kind of thing, you know. It's real memories, wonderful memories, precious memories, I guess you could say. And I remember all of them. I remember everything that our people used to do, and what they used to do, and even what they say, you know. And people were so happy, and they would talk lots and laugh, and just happiness, you know. And I always remember that. The way that our people are still practicing a lot of their traditional way, like having a big feast and eating a lot of traditional food, you know. That they're going to remember one day. They're going to remember it. When they're down in the future, you know, there's going to be things that they're going to remember about now, you know. They're going to remember all that, the things that their people did, the fun that they had, you know. It's something that you don't forget.